Why your 9 to 5 will never make you rich, but you still need it for now. They say the 9 to 5 is dying, but Reid Hoffman, the billionaire co-founder of LinkedIn, takes it further with a saying that by 2034, your 9 to 5 may become extinct. This isn't just a hot take, it's a Forbes published prediction from one of the sharpest minds in tech. But you don't have to wait for 2034 to see the cracks. They're already here. Why is Dami, a school teacher earning $2,000 a month, building wealth, while Victor, a corporate manager making $8,000 a month, is living paycheck to paycheck? Because one of them understands this simple truth. Your 9 to 5 was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to keep you afloat. Yes, it gives you income, stability, and a title, but not ownership, freedom, or wealth. In this video, we'll break down the hidden limits of the 9 to 5 and why it's not entirely a bad thing if you know how to use it smartly. We'll also show you how to start building wealth without quitting your job yet. So let's begin with the first myth that keeps so many stuck. They told you that if you went to school, got a degree, and landed a steady job, you'd be set for life. So you did everything right. You clock in, clock out, get your paycheck every month, and maybe even get a raise every couple of years. On paper, you're stable. People around you might even say you've made it. But deep down, you know something's off. You work 40, maybe 50 hours a week, but you're always one unexpected bill away from panic. You can't take more than a week off without sacrificing income. And every time you hear the word layoffs, your chest tightens just a little. Here's the hard truth. Your job was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to keep you afloat. It gives just enough to keep you comfortable, but not enough to make you free. And that's why so many people spend decades working hard only to retire with barely enough to live on, wondering where all the time and money went. And no, it's not really about how much you earn. It's about how the system works. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. But let's go a level deeper, because beyond this illusion of security lies another trap, one that keeps even the highest paid workers stuck. Let's talk about how your 9 to 5 trades your time for money and why that's the most expensive trade you'll ever make. Imagine yourself waking up at 6 a.m., battling traffic, working all day, getting home exhausted, and doing it all over again tomorrow, then the day after, and the day after that. And despite all that, you're not lazy. You're doing everything you're supposed to, but there's a problem. Your income is tied to your time. No work, no pay. This is the trap nobody talks about. A 9 to 5 pays you just enough to forget that your time is priceless. Every hour you give away, you're spending something you'll never get back. And no matter how hard you work, you'll always hit a ceiling because you only have 24 hours in a day. Now, think about this. If you don't show up for work, your income stops. If you're sick, burn out, or just need a break, guess what? So does your paycheck. It gives you a bigger break, in fact. Even high earners fall into this trap. They think making 6 figures will change everything. But if you're trading all your time to keep it, what's really changed? This is why so many professionals feel stuck in a golden cage, comfortable but never truly free. Because the moment they stop moving, everything halts. And here's what makes the trap even tighter. You don't own anything you're building. You give your time, your energy, your skills, yet at the end of the day, you're building someone else's dream. Let's look at why having no ownership and no leverage keeps you working harder with nothing to show for it. About how you're building not for yourself, but for your employer. It's easy to feel secure with a steady paycheck, but sometimes life delivers a reality check, one you never saw coming. Just ask Megan, one of the expert mentors on FUD, whose inspiring story was featured on Forbes. After 15 years of climbing the corporate ladder, her career came to a sudden halt when she was diagnosed with a nervous system disorder. Overnight, everything she had built in her 9 to 5 vanished, not because of poor performance, but because her body could no longer keep up. It was a wake-up call, not just for Megan, but for many, because here's the truth. That paycheck you get every month, you don't own it. You don't own the company. You don't share in its profits or shape its future. And when things shift, whether it's a diagnosis, a downturn, or downsizing, your job can disappear in an instant. No matter how loyal or talented you are, you're simply renting your time. And renting never builds wealth. It only helps you survive. Let's take, for instance, Jasmine earns $5,000 a month as a high-level marketing executive. Alex, on the other hand, makes $4,000 from a home-based business she started in her kitchen. Jasmine earns more, but owns nothing. Alex earns less, but owns it all. 5 years later, Jasmine's company cut staff, so she's out of work. And Alex, her business has grown, her income doubled, and she now has a team running things while she sleeps. That's leverage. It's when your ideas, products, or systems keep generating income even when you're not actively working. It's freedom from the time for money trap. Still, there's a twist. You don't have to quit your job right now. In fact, for most people, the 9 to 5 is still your launch pad, not your prison. Here's why. We know your job feels like a cage sometimes. You dream of walking in one day, slamming your resignation on the desk, and finally being free. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Your 9 to 5 might be the very thing you need to build your escape plan. Let's break this down. Your job gives you something extremely powerful: predictability. There's a predictable income, predictable hours, predictable structure. That predictability isn't just comfort, it's leverage. It means you can plan, you can budget, invest, save, and build. It means you don't have to rely on a risky side hustle to survive. You can test and learn without losing your home or sanity. Think of your 9 to 5 as your financial foundation. It's not the skyscraper, it's the concrete that lets you build one. Trying to build wealth with no steady income is like trying to plant crops in shifting sand. There, nothing sticks, nothing grows. Even Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, and Elon Musk started their empires while holding down jobs. They didn't just leap, they prepared. They funded their visions with their 9 to 5 paychecks. So before you roll your eyes at your day job, know that it can fuel your future if you use it wisely. But the real difference between those who stay stuck and those who break free is not just about income or ownership or even opportunity. It's about mindset. Here's the shift that changes everything. The fact is, you're not stuck because of your job, you're stuck because of how you think about money. Most people are raised to be earners, not builders. We're taught to chase higher salaries, better titles, and shinier jobs. But we're never taught to ask, what's the goal? What's the end game? What's the future like? Here's the mindset shift that separates the rich from the struggling. Don't just work for money. Make money work for you. This is how it works. If every dollar you earn gets spent, you're just running on a treadmill, fast but nowhere. But when you assign your money by giving it a job, it starts building something bigger than you. Some of it saves you, some of it protects you, some of it multiplies for you. That's how you go from merely surviving to owning. So what if you do something that'll change your life for life? What if, for just the next 6 months, you treated your salary like seed money, not spending money? What if you lived on less to buy back more life later? What if your job became your investor, not your identity? That is the mindset. That's the shift. That's the difference between looking rich now and being rich forever. And remember, every intentional step is a step towards getting there. It may not be easy at first. After all, if it were that simple, everyone would be doing it. So keep at it and you'll surely get there. In essence, your 9 to 5 might not make you rich, but it can fund the journey. You don't need to quit tomorrow or have everything figured out. You just need to start on purpose, spend wisely, build something, learn what pays well, invest bit by bit. Because wealth doesn't start with a windfall, it starts with a mindset. The rich didn't wait until they had more. They thought differently at first and started doing. That's what made the difference. If this video gave you a new perspective, please do like it, subscribe, and share it with someone who's stuck in the paycheck trap. Kindly drop a comment too. What's one mindset shift you're taking with you today? You might just spark someone else's breakthrough. See you in the next video.